Hello, and welcome again to another episode of Third Action. I'm your lovely host, Jason, and these are the same three stakes that were here last week. In the bottom left, we have Asher Ford, Human Ranger, played by Char. What kind of stake are you?
Happy.
Well done? Medium well?
No, I'm a blue steak. I like the cold, rare center.
Yum, yum. At the bottom middle, Greshy, Ironroot,
no, that's your favorite,
Jason. All of this is starting to sound like a mistake.
But Greshy, Ironroot, Dwarven Druid, played by Will. Hello.
Hi.
On the bottom right, Gunn, Human Champion of Erastil, played by Ada.
I mostly go for a medium rare, but I do think that it's got to be, juicy and just kind of dripping with blood.
Have we checked to make sure they haven't actually been bitten by these vampires?
And as Char was alluding, I do tend to get my steaks very well done, but I've actually started getting them slightly less well done lately if they're from a really nice steak place. Largely because I get guilt tripped by the waiters. But in any case, last time. How's the Mitchell Webb skit go? We're back. The waiters who are inexplicably rude to their customers, something like that. In any case, hello. Last week on Third Action, our group of intrepid adventurers managed to successfully fend off and defeat the vampire spawn that were attempting to set free their master, who the party had staked. All the while managing to, with the help of, with the combined back and forth efforts of Greshy and Gunn, managed to fully maintain their hold on their Blessed Water ritual that they had already had going for like 3.5 hours or so. So with the vampires quelled and their bodies returned to their coffins in the wall, our heroes finished up their Blessed Water ritual, destroyed the body of the head vampire, the massive 10-legged octopus, yes, and then proceeded to stake the remaining, crack open the walls and stake the remaining 3 vampire spawn to keep them from regenerating further. Asher is worn out. He's fatigued by all of the constant... he's just been like firing spells through the little slots in the wall to keep the bodies from fully reforming. And now he's finally got a nice little chance to break. So... let's return to... smacking my microphone. Let us return to the game. What do you guys want to do? So, it is currently, you surmise, late in the day. It's probably around 8:39 p.m. by this point. You're all pretty exhausted after having done these rituals and vampire fighting and the run earlier today, from to just get into town in the first place, and you all stand before this wall of vampire bodies. There are 4 vampires here. All 4 have been staked. 3 with the stakes that Greshy made from before, and the 4th with the stake that you used on the giant octopus, I guess, which was also made before, so I could have just said the stakes that you made before. Whatever. You also have 4, I think, vials of holy water left. I will stop talking now. Do something. I command thee.
I command thee, do something. I suppose, it occurs to me that if they're all staked, they're not going to come back. Asher's visibly worn out. I'm pretty worn myself. Do we want to just keep for the night and then
You want to sleep on it?
I'm not planning to kill them anyway. They're just, as long as they're not going to come back.
Because I think we have a decision to make that's fairly weighty. About what to do with the remaining 4 vampires and whether they're going to be able to be, members of society at all, or that's what I don't really know about the game world or societies in this area. Like, is vampirism 100% incurable once you're a vampire?
That would be a religion check.
Okay.
I'm curious about this myself. Can I assist or aid in this?
It would be a separate religion check.
That'd be fine. Wasn't sure if I could try and think of it from a medicine angle of some sort, but
yeah, I think generally if you're trying to just recall knowledge for yourself and you're not using like books or materials to search for that knowledge, then I would generally say that you can't aid.
That's fair. Then I will still try and recall what I know about vampires to aid Gunn. It's not a great roll. It's a 26.
Now I have dice sounds. Okay, 26 into 39 on the vampires. Help if I had the DC in front of me. Okay, vampire. Review. Okay. 26 and 39. Okay. So both of you thinking on this subject as you're discussing, you would both know that it's a bit too late once you've succumbed to vampirism. You've already died. You're not alive anymore, so you cannot be... It's not a curse that can be simply lifted or cured. You're already dead. Your body is holding your soul, but is still decayed, and you require blood to sustain yourself. So the cure to vampirism would be to fully destroy the vampire and then resurrect them in some way. That's
I see.
That's like the simplest way to fix a vampire.
But when we destroyed that other vampire, its body was completely destroyed to ash, which is a lot harder of a resurrection than having an intact body.
Correct. Yes.
It wouldn't be easy to bring it back.
Easier
basically
to carry.
True.
True.
Put it in a barrel.
Yeah, you would need a type of resurrection that allows you to bring somebody back even if they had disintegrated. I think resurrection spells tend to say something about how much of the body you need to bring someone back. And if it would allow them to be brought back even though they've been disintegrated, like from the spell disintegrate, then that would qualify as a way to bring one back from that. For the 39, that's actually a critical success. So Gunn, you're thinking on, like, do vampires have to be evil? Can they fit in with society at all? You know that vampirism tends to, like all undead afflictions, tends to warp people. While these vampires are vampire spawn, meaning while the vampire that created them is still alive, or unalive rather, they are bound to its will and must do its bidding. Now that you've destroyed that, they are free to make their own choices. their choices are going to be perverted by the desire or need requirement that they obtain blood from the living somehow. That doesn't mean they have to be evil. It often tends to be the case that they will be evil. I don't believe Erastil has any particular tenets against undead, so it's not really in Erastil's. While you were studying under Mother Taket, she never really claimed to have anything particularly against the undead. That's more of like a Pharasma cleric's domain. As long as they're willing to not be a hindrance to society and to work with others, then there's not particularly any reason that they have to be destroyed. But it's also somewhat unlikely.
And thinking from my perspective, the fact that they're already dead means that I'm going to be thinking more about saving their souls than saving their lives, I think. Which in this case may mean releasing them. Like, destroying them may be a form of release more than like a punishment or a revenge.
Yeah, I would say as
being undead.
As a cleric of Erastil, yes, you would probably you could basically take either opinion. You could base it on what they think or feel, or you could base it on the concept of the soul and the fact that unlife does fuck with a soul.
Are there any prominent vampires out in society? Or like vampire towns or
that would be a society check.
Let's do it. 34.
34, and you're trained. Your family is actually from the Ustalov region, I believe. You would know that there are some settlements in Ustalov that do primarily consist of vampires. They're not super well liked by a lot of people, but they do exist. If there's anywhere that they could go and be totally, you think Ustalov is a reasonable region that they could find themselves in.
So here's my first thought is that we should ask Morgiv his opinion, because his people are the ones that would likely have to live with the vampires among them. And does he know these particular people, and does he see them as friends to be recovered, or as victims to be laid to rest? So let's invite him up. Morgiv, please come up here and talk with us for a moment.
Okay. Yeah, I assume that you guys have been just conversing in common at the top of the platform. And then you call down to Morgiv in Thessalonian, and he is currently just kind of sitting on the ground, feet or legs both just kind of splayed out. And he looks up at you and, yes, of course. And kind of scrambles to his feet oddly quickly. And just kind of hobble his way down from behind Asher. And presume Asher will kind of get out of the way.
Stand over.
Go over here. Ash sleeps.
All right, Asher takes a seat on the stairs.
You can see the situation we have here with these 4 of your fellows.
Oh,
I
yes.
would like. Sadly, they were claimed by the beast, and although they're free now from his influence, we really can't say for sure what their attitudes will be if we allow them to revive and come. So I'd like to know your feelings on the matter. Would your people take them in this state?
The prophecies of Besmina never mentioned as much. I do not know. They were once friends, but if are they dangerous? He says, kind of shrinking himself a little bit.
They may be dangerous, but they may also be willing to live with their with your fellows and manage their affliction. Would it help if we spoke with one of them?
I don't see why not. But if you think they'll be fine, of course we'd be more than willing to take our friends back in.
They may not exactly be your friends anymore, though. They are vampires still.
Yeah, there's.
What does that mean? He seems to not really understand the word vampire.
They've already died, but their souls are still trapped here in their bodies.
I don't think that makes it any clearer.
They're still themselves, but they have, instead of eating and drinking and breathing, they're going to be needing to obtain blood for sustenance. And avoid sunlight and have other.
Well, we spared tend to avoid the sunlight anyway, so that's not so different for us. But blood, you say? We mostly eat funguses and plants. I don't know where we could find the blood, but
there are places where the people give it freely, and
there are also giants about. You could just send them after one of them. Probably could take it down. Just make sure to catch a straggler.
A lot of interesting assumptions going on here. They don't like to go up to the sun normally, so
you catch them
they're
at
not
night.
going to find anything to really hunt. Well, they stay underground, so they would only have to send up the vampires to hunt. They would have to completely trust that the vampires have a social contract and never to bite anybody else, or you're assuming someone's going to consent to give their blood. So I feel like unless we're going to ship them off to the vampire place, that it's probably best if we just release their souls. That might be most humane for everyone. That's my argument. I know it's a weird argument from Asher to say to kill something, but
I mean, technically it's already dead, but
I feel like it's asking for a lot of training is not the right word, but guidance and training to make them fit into this society.
There's
New.
That's fair points, I think. But there's a part of me that also says that if they're still able to make those choices, if they're still conscious and able to decide for themselves, they ought to be able to be given that right.
Mhm.
And if that right is not to integrate, but to run off on their own, to make their own little cabal of people down here, at some point, as long as they leave us alone and leave these people, the spared or whatever, alone.
Yeah, so I think in that case, it's best just to wake them up and see what they have to say.
That's what I agreed on, but
Yeah.
we don't have to do it tonight. We could wait until morning.
Push them out in the sun every time they're bad.
Well, I was thinking more because we'd all feel better and refreshed just in case we have to deal with them. But if murder is on your mind, Asher, we can take care of that.
Like,
I'm not worried about our
kill
ability
them.
to deal with them, even in our current state. And I think I would personally find it rather difficult to sleep with even with them staked right there, and without having talked about it.
Well, we just did.
But with them.
Oh,
At least with one of them.
well, we wouldn't leave them staked at that
For
point.
Asher,
Then we just deal with it.
Thank you for giving your opinion. I think nothing you said was wrong, and it's all quite reasonable. I'd like. I'm not decided yet on my vote, but I do think if we are divided, we can have a vote, and I will be happy to respect it. But I think Morgiv, and as a representative of his people, should have a vote as well, and maybe even the deciding vote, the tiebreaker vote.
Morgiv,
beyond.
for his part, is looking at the holes in the wall, the cubby holes where the vampire bodies are currently lying in repose, and he's kind of thinking, what about I suppose I could ask the others. I'm sure we could all come to an agreement. But what about the other ones? He says kind of sheepishly.
How many do we think were taken and turned versus just drained and killed?
I estimated maybe a couple dozen had fallen under the Hidden Beast's control.
There were only 8 slots here, of which only 4 seem to be filled.
Oh, yes.
I suppose the other 4 could have owners who are just not here yet.
There's more down here, and Morgiv will walk down the stairs and kind of gesture underneath the platform that you guys are standing on.
While Morgiv is down, Greshy's going to turn to Gunn and kind of mutter quietly. So, what if there's that many more of these vampires around? How well do those places work in Ustalav? Do you think these people would be willing to go along with it to make one here? Because otherwise I'm worried they're just going to get massacred. So if we get them to join willingly and they all become like this and live like this, then...
Yeah, they might stand a better chance than if our options are kill these 4, destroy these 4, and leave them to deal with another 20, then that are now mortal enemies, versus negotiate with these four and try to bring the two sides to a more peaceable arrangement, that does sound much more like a better long-term place to leave it. I think that destroying 4 out of 24 wouldn't really tilt the balance in the Despaired's favor enough that we could leave them with any assurance of safety.
To be clear, I don't think that we would have any spared left after that agreement. Does that make sense? This agreement for these sides to work together, I don't think there would be any spared left.
You're thinking that they're just all going to get turned eventually?
I think so.
That's how nature intended
If that's
I'm-
how it happens, then our only other option is to hunt down the remaining however many there are.
I don't know if we have time. Look, at some point, this is not our responsibility to save these people. We can come back and save them for that matter, but we've got a bigger responsibility to deal with first.
That's very true.
So I would like to get them set up so they just don't die right away, but I also want to recognize that if we leave this unattended, when we come back, these people may all be vampires.
Yeah, but that could also happen if we
Or did.
if we destroy these 4 and the other 20 now have absolutely no reason to attempt any kind of negotiation,
That's true.
then that could speed up the process.
Morgiv down at the bottom of the stairs is looking
I'll-
concerned because you guys have switched back to common a bit.
Back to common.
And he's
Run down and
Mhm.
How many is it, Morgiv? How many of these slots are there? Did you say dozens?
He will kind of take you over to underneath, and you can see there's another 8 slots down here.
16 altogether.
Is something
There are
wrong?
other
Should I?
places like this one?
There are a
Just
few
destroying
chambers
coffin.
up above. I led you past them so that we get here unmolested.
When you say chambers, you mean other areas controlled by the hidden beast? Or do you mean areas where
yes. He had been slowly taking over our temples, our places of worship. I don't know what he's done to them, but I know that some of his followers, Indians, have been holding those places and attacking anyone who dares go near them.
Okay, so likely a lot more than just these 16. 16 here and rooms with more elsewhere.
Like I said, reports estimate about 24 or so total.
If you estimated how many of your people are still living in this area?
There's about 60 of us in the city in total remaining.
Okay, yeah. Well,
should I go talk to the others?
And how long had it been that the beast has been building his power here? Months? Years?
It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Let me think about that. He thinks about that while I check the book. I think I might have said the wrong number of years last time. I think it's 30 years. I believe it's been 30 years since they found the beast.
If-
he didn't even get a body a year.
If these
Yes,
have been
30 years ago was when the
30
hidden
years.
beast first appeared. Or when they found the
these
hidden
folks
beast.
have been being vampirized for the last 30 years, then they might not have much of their humanity or sparedity left. That's a long time to be under the control of another.
Maybe that will make them happier to be not under the control of the beast. They'll be pleased. Or mad.
I think we should probably try talking to one.
Yeah, I think so.
I guess we'll wake one up, I suppose. Do we do it now then?
Yeah, and I think my vote would be no time like the present.
I'm gonna sit here.
I will take Mander in hand and we'll see what's what.
Morgie will make his way back up the stairs following Gunn.
Ooh,
May
go away, Pain.
take them some time to reform to where they can talk, but we'll take the third slot from the left and maybe pull the stake out just to reach in it.
Okay. You pull out the stake and let them. Hold on, let me. Will this work? There. Let the body start to reform. It takes a while, so you guys have. Wait, how much time is that? An hour
Take 2
passes.
hours. Damn it.
Just 1 hour. 1 hour passes as the body fully reforms itself. It's still pretty badly injured. And once that hour passes, I guess during that hour, you guys just kind of chilling around, watching it.
I mean, I'd spend a bit of time to refocus, to see what I can connect to down here under the earth.
Yeah, you can.
But
you can
otherwise,
refocus.
no, nothing's fancy.
Yeah, so the hour passes, the body reforms, and once it's fully reformed, the wounds start healing very, very quickly. In a matter of seconds, it seems to be getting back HP every few seconds, until it finally, we'll say after 5 minutes. Is that 5 minutes? Yeah, it's 5 minutes. After 5 minutes or so, the body seems fully healed, and the eyes snap awake, and the vampire sits up, and looks around at the group of you, and kind of scuttles back, is back against the wall, in rough Thessalonian. Where am I? Who are you? Morgiv? He turns and looks at Morgiv, who he seems to instantly recognize.
Be calm.
That's something.
We are
your
not
friend
here
there, that's
to
good.
hurt you. Morgiv tries to reassure him as well, and the vampire seems to kind of calm down a bit, and is touching his body. What happened? I feel weird.
You've died.
You're still dead, to be clear.
He looks down at his hands. His nails have, clearly compared to Morgiv, this guy is really gaunt, where Morgiv is very blubbery. This guy looks like he's fully emaciated, and his nails very elongated and kind of sharpened to a point. He's just looking down at his hands. I'm dead, but I'm I'm not in the ground. But
You've been cursed.
cursed? What does that mean? I was...
By the creature known as the Hidden Beast. Be its servant.
No. The whispers, they were... I didn't mean to. And he seems to suddenly, start to tear up. No. The dreams, they were real? The blood,
Peace, friend. That creature is dead now and destroyed. You're free from its influence.
Free? Morgiv nods sagely.
Remains.
Yes, friend. These are heralds of Mesmina. They've come to save us spared, just as she prophesied. And the vampire looks at Morgiv and then points his little black beady eyes at towards the three of you. Oh, saviors! You've saved us. You've saved me.
Sure. That's us. We're definitely that thing that you said there. Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. He gets on his, he kind of scrambles to his, knees and forearms and is just, bowing, before you.
That's not...
Unnecessary.
That's not necessary.
Weird.
What's your name, friend?
My name is Cyril.
Morgiv, do you know Cyril?
Yes,
Cyril.
Cyril. We lost him. You. About 10 years ago. You were gathering food supplies, I think. We didn't hear back from your group. Only Melina came back. She told us what happened, that you were attacked by others spared. But we never found you. We thought we lost you. But I'm here now. I'm dead, but I'm alive, right?
Not as
He
such.
looks to Gunn, pleadingly.
The terms of this curse are not going to ever really release you fully until you choose to pass on.
Pass on. But I'm here. I'm alive. See? He holds up his hand. I'm just hungry. That's all. Do you have anything to eat? He looks to Morgiv. I have here, and Morgiv reaches into. I don't know if I've described what Morgiv's wearing, but he's basically wearing a very, very simple kind of almost like a kimono, I guess. It's like a single brownish color, and it's got kind of a skirt bottom to it. It's just kind of loosely held together with a single strap of cloth. But it does have something akin to a pocket that Morgiv reaches into and produces a clump of green mush. I do have this, friend, and he kneels down and hands it to the vampire. The vampire takes it and sniffs at it and tries to bite into it, and bitter, and it kind of lets it drop to the ground.
I scooted around and was kind of like watching in case he was gonna bite the hand or something, but okay, he didn't do that at first.
He didn't seem to do that at first. He just went for the mush.
No, the food that served you before won't sate you any longer. It's only, well, vampires' sustenance is something else entirely.
Something else?
Just say it's blood. It's blood. Asher just says it's blood. You have to drink blood.
Like from inside?
Blood. Well, it comes outside.
Not your own.
Yeah.
Something else's. Not your friends though. Don't be drinking their blood.
No. He suddenly kind of shudders and he like closes his eyes really hard and is like reaching for his head. No, not like the nightmares. I remember.
Yes.
Those.
No. He's just shaking his head and just repeating.
Did he drink
no.
any of my blood? Might have drank Gunn's blood.
It's true. Was this one of the ones that drank somebody's blood?
Did he drink any of our bloods?
I don't
one of them
remember
got. What I mean,
one of them got Asher.
One of them got Asher.
Yeah.
I think
The one
Gunn
that
got
got me
the
was the
big one.
was the big guy.
Oh, so I was the only one.
So somebody got to Asher though.
I had to
You
get
could
my
say it's the one that got
tasty blood.
Asher.
This one you do not think is the one that got Asher.
All right.
That's okay.
I will take out a knife and a cup and do a slice on the palm and start and squeeze a little bit until I have just a little, and then hand it over.
Okay. He watches you initially kind of like shocked and horrified when you cut yourself. He like sees you wince in pain. But then as the blood drips into the cup, he kind of unwittingly like licks his lips, and then kind of shakes his head. But you hand him the cup and he kind of gingerly takes it. And then just kind of in one go, just tries to slurp it down.
You may be able to subsist with the help of your friends, but it would be very difficult.
Miserable.
What does that mean? And
You and I assume there are a number like you have some choices to make, and so does your people.
There are giants outside. They have blood.
Giant? I don't think I could fight a giant.
Well, not by yourself, but there's a bunch of you. You're all sneaky and actually pretty powerful when you put yourselves together.
But I don't want to hurt anyone.
You're going to want to get over that.
Your other option is we could let you say your goodbyes to your people and then put you and all the others, and I'll kind of gesture towards the 3 holes.
He turns to look behind him and kind of shocked. He hadn't noticed the cubby holes with the other bodies in them.
And if you folks go to your rest, then the rest of your people should be spared and should be able to carry on their civilization here, their lives.
So I'm no longer
it's a hard
spared.
Decision, but
You could be spared if you wanted to be still. You just would have to figure out a way to get blood from something.
Mm-hmm.
But you and your people could live together if you can manage to keep your blood wanting at bay. You have an idea on how to do that, either from your friend Sharon from time to time, which would be difficult, but possible, or going hunting for something big, filled with blood, like some sort of giant.
No.
Perchance. Just a
Badly.
suggestion.
He's just shaking his head and saying no over and
There's
over
lots of
again.
blood, those giants. They last for a long time. You go hunting once, you bring one back. You just got to catch a straggler.
Morgiv steps forward and puts his hand on his shoulder. Friend, I know I can't make this kind of decision for you, but you are spared. Remember Ms. Mina's teachings. We live no matter what. We must survive no matter what. You have a chance. You can live. You can keep living. And he just kind of blinks his little beady eyes at the vampire, who nods and looks down at his hand. You're right. Ms. Zamina taught us to survive. I know it sounds hard. It is hard. It'll be hard. Right. Okay. I can do this. He says as he seems to kind of come to...
Do your people
some
have
kind
a
of peace.
leader or a chief other than yourself?
A leader, not
Who would make a
quite.
call like this?
We normally make these kinds of decisions together as a family. I
like that.
I can go confer with the others. But
Should we all go?
If we all go, then we leave 3 staked vampires here, unguarded. If none of us go, then we leave Morgiv traveling by himself.
I will be fine.
Go.
I know these caverns very, very well. I will be fine.
Famous last words.
All right. How about we stay here with what was the guy's name? Sorry. Really should remember.
I don't remember.
What's your name again?
Okay. The Gunn would really be trying to remember. I don't know if his
We'll find out
memory's
next
better
time.
than mine. Short-term.
We'll find out when I check the VOD.
We'll remember next.
I think I said something like Sereno.
Espal.
We'll go with Sereno now.
Something like that.
Maybe he has
Sereno
two
the
names. Thank you for the arrest as Favor Gerfamons. Sorry, this is me pronouncing chat users stream now.
If you two go off and make your decisions and sort all that out, we'll keep watch here, I suppose, and I don't know.
Yeah.
What are we exactly supposed to do? Just sit here for however long until they decide? I'm tired. Asher's tired.
Yeah, we could probably have a
Asher,
rest,
look
but-
at me. You're tired.
Actually, I have my cool ring now that is active, and I only need to sleep 2 hours to get my full night's sleep.
That's true, isn't it?
Okay.
So
Well,
if we're here for 2 hours, I'll just take a nap.
I was going to
Greshy
say,
will be
why don't
awake.
we... That's perfect. We'll let Asher take his nap now,
Yeah.
and we'll keep an eye out. And then Asher can get up and watch while we get our blinks in, and that way somebody's up.
That sounds good. Yeah, I can take first watch. And then
Well, I
Asher
mean-
can take the rest. You can get started.
I wouldn't mind,
Well,
I suppose.
especially in-
Humble
just-
honesty.
Try not to wear yourself out too much. You're already missing plenty of blood as it is.
Fair enough. Better bandage that up or something.
Do something with that. Just quit leaking it. That's the big thing. You can keep it inside. Probably shouldn't give it away.
Well, Morgie, for his part, seeing that you guys getting ready to set up and rest, he nods and
Right. Well, I'll hopefully be back within a few hours.
and he will
Try not to
go-
die, please.
No,
Oh no, he's dead if he's not back in time.
trust me. I'll be fine.
And as he walks to the southern cavern, you watch as his skin goes like translucent, and he almost fully disappears as he makes his way down the cavern hall.
That's a neat trick.
Yeah.
Just try that sometime.
There you go.
Can all of the spare disappear in that fashion?
If you say that in Thessalonian, the vampire beside you nods, or Sereno, I guess I can say his
Fair enough. Yeah.
name. Yeah, Sereno nods
Say his
and
name.
it's an ability we've adapted to avoid detection in this city. You have to be
Quite
slippery to avoid the topsiders.
Hmm. What are the topsiders like?
Scary. We mostly manage to avoid them these days. Not many brave the tunnels.
Are they all giants? Or are there
They're-
other things?
Giants, Lamia, the big hairy white ones. I believe the
Ah,
Lamia call them Yeti.
he
Heard of
kind
them.
of thinks to himself.
Those are the main ones. Time to time, we spot people like you.
He says, pointing at you, Gunn.
oh really?
Yes.
Do they talk with the Lamias and the giants, or do they do something
Um,
else?
I think so. I don't really know myself. I very rarely venture out onto the surface. But you could ask the others.
Thank you for the information.
They might know more than me.
I will. I will. For now, I would suggest that you try to rest and focus yourself.
He
As well.
nods.
Okay.
And just kind of meekishly slides himself a bit away from you, just up against the wall, and just seems to be reflecting.
I had one other question. What would happen if a vampire's coffin was destroyed while they're not in it?
Ooh. If a vampire's coffin is destroyed when they're not in it, you got a good religion check earlier. You're pretty sure that they could probably make a new one.
Okay.
If they were forced to return to their coffin to regenerate, they could return to the place where some fragments of the coffin are, probably. And regenerate from there, but they'd have to go like close to where the essence of the coffin last was. They could still do it.
It wouldn't destroy them. It wouldn't really slow them down.
No, not really.
That's all I needed to know.
Okay. Well, does anyone have anything planned for the next probably 2 hours, I'll say? You have 2 hours to yourselves.
Greshy's going to sleep.
Oh shit. We're sleeping.
Alright, so just sleep. And Gunn is on watch.
Yeah.
Alright.
What's the rotation button again for your thing?
I'll share the watch with.
I think you can hold shift and mouse wheel, and that's rotate.
Oh, is that
While
what
you've got a thing selected, yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so 2 hours passed. It is now close to midnight. Gunn, for his part, Sereno seems to just sit there, looking at his hands. Occasionally he'll make small chit-chat with you, asking about his condition and learning more from you about what it means to need
I'll
to
be
drink blood.
completely honest with him.
Okay. So he seems to be accepting the kind of brutal truth of the situation, but still seems somewhat, I guess, inspired by Morgiv to figure out a way to keep on going. And yeah, as the clock strikes midnight 01, where's Morgiv? Morgiv, come back. Morgiv,
Come back.
Morgiv returns, and kind of his skin returns to its like original grayish shape, a grayish hue, as he grayish shade, I suppose. Gray isn't really a hue, whatever. He appears, and just gently seeing Asher and Greshy asleep, he just kind of quietly calls up to Gunn.
Mr. Gunn, I've returned.
Welcome back.
He like tiptoes his way up the stairs, to where Gunn is, to
Make
avoid
some room
making too
for
much
him.
noise.
We've talked to... had conversations with the others. I think we are all in agreement that if they wish to live, we should let them live. We do,
He's like struggling to find words.
if they need our help to survive, then we can work something out. If all it takes is some blood, like you say, perhaps we can just provide it to them from our healthiest. That way, they don't have to go. And we can all keep going, keep living.
That's a bold decision. I think it is your people's to make in this case.
It is the only decision that follows Ms. Mina's true teachings. Or at least that's what I think. You should know, though, the others, it seems as if you called them vampires? They've seemed to have scattered. Some of them have been found, but many seem scared. We're keeping a distance for now.
Yeah, there could be quite a few out there, and our party is not going to be able to. Even had you chosen the other course, it would have been up to you and your people to contain and deal with the remaining 20 odd. So
Morgiv nods understandingly.
Yes, you've saved our people from the hidden beast. It is our own duty to save our brethren from this affliction, or at least help them live on as best we can.
I wish you luck.
Morgiv nods.
In common.
Oh, sorry, what? What did you say? You wish him luck in common?
No, I said I wish you luck, and in common I said you're gonna need it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, obviously not catching that last bit. Morgiv just nods emphatically.
Well, it looks like you're all very tired. You're more than welcome to use this chamber. Here, why don't I?
And he reaches for Sereno's hand. Sereno looks up at him and kind of... He seems like reluctant to reach out, but eventually does, and Morgiv lifts him to his feet. Sorry, I still have him at dying, but he should be at full health. Whatever that is, something like that. Do I remember his full health? Nope. Okay. Yeah, he helps Sereno to his feet and says to him,
Do you know the way to the stonemason building?
And Sereno nods.
There are two others there. You should make your way there.
And Serena nods again.
Yes, of course. Well,
Morgiv smiles, and
we're all gonna make it through this. Together. We're still family. You're still spared.
and Serena smiles, and
Of course.
and then Serena will go ahead and make his way down the hall and through the cavern. Assuming that you're not stopping him.
Nope,
Um,
I'm not. As to the other three here, I recommend you wait to let them out until we've moved along
of course.
in the morning.
That
Talk,
makes sense.
Have your people come by here. If you could return in the morning in, say, 8 to 10 hours.
Oh, yes,
From now
of course. I would be more than happy
We
to.
I'm sure we'd all like to speak with you about where we can go next. We do have more on our plates to accomplish in this area, in this
Well, then
city.
I assure you that you have the Spirit's full cooperation in your endeavors. Thank you, Savior. Thank you.
Thank you for your guidance thus far and your future help. We'll see you later.
Morgiv smiles, and
See you later.
he kind of says, and Thessalonian doesn't quite have a colloquialism like that, but you kind of approximate one, and he kind of repeats the approximation back to you. And then he will himself depart through the tunnels.
So we were going to wake up Asher for the next watch, or the rest of the watches if he feels better, I guess. Then let's do that. Gently. He was a little bit out of it last time.
I'm into it.
You're into it
Yeah.
now?
I'm into it. I was out of it, now I'm in it.
Okay,
Right,
you
so
wake up Asher.
That was
He
my
is.
full night's rest.
You are no longer fatigued as a result, so I can delete that from you. You are still drained,
Yeah.
but otherwise you're fine. Okay.
Feeling much better. That little nap. I took a power nap. Feeling real healthy.
Yeah, when Gunn wakes you up, you see that the vampire Sereno is gone, and the room is otherwise quiet, just lit by all these torches around the room.
Did they make an arrangement?
Yes. They, some of the other vampires have been returning or speaking with them, but there are many of them out there, and they're all kind of confused right now. Sereno, I think, is going to share the information we gave him about their condition.
That's good.
And we'll see whether the two groups can at least coexist for a while. They have a better chance hearing it from him and from us than they do just recovering their awareness in the dark by themselves and having been turned for who knows how many years and suddenly finding, like, recovering their own will. Who knows? This
Especially
is far
since they
from a
don't
perfect
seem
solution.
to remember anything when they
Mm-hmm.
wake up. that kind of stinks.
This is far from a perfect solution, but it seems like maybe the best in the short term, at least, that we can hope for.
Sure hope it works out. They seem willing to work it out. That's what matters.
I imagine that will change once they realize what they're capable of, truly. But it may hold for a while.
Maybe they can be strong allies.
Are you ready to carry on the watch? So that
Yeah. I'm
Rock
feeling
and I can
really
rest.
good. You should get some rest.
Okay. I will.
All right. So Asher is
Maybe
going
I'll
to be
sit
on
the
watch.
throne.
Oh yeah, you could.
Ooh, sit on the throne. Ooh. Oh, fall in the
if
hole.
it'll be fallen in the hole.
There you go.
Okay. I can't get it to show you on this screen. Can I select you? Not quite. That's fine.
Over here.
But yeah,
Oh,
you make your way over and sit on the throne. The stone throne.
Yeah.
It is not completely over the the throne itself is sitting on that big stone slab that's on top of the main Decapus vampire's hole. And it's kind of, the big slab is partially over the hole, but it seems stable enough for you to be able to sit on the throne without causing any problem. So you take a seat there, and your watch begins. Gunn, meanwhile, I guess Greshy has just curled up with Phelan. Gunn, you're...
Oh, he's asleep.
How are you bedding down? Just bedroll, etc.?
Where's the yurt?
It's in the bag.
Packed up in the bag. I'll just get that out and set it up, and then, like, let's say, probably over here in the corner where Rock's standing right now. Just have him scoot
Okay.
over, and then
Down below. Wait.
we'll put
Lay
the
down
yurt
first
right
floor.
over here.
Okay. Yeah, you go set up the yurt. I forget how big it's supposed to be. And
as
I'm
big
too
on the-
lazy to draw it.
Outside.
Yeah, I think it's just a 2x2. Okay. Yeah, you set up the yurt. And climb on inside. Rock, who is awake but also clearly tired, will make his way inside the yurt as well. And have some food and rest up. Okay. So,
And we'll invite Greshy in. Like, we'll probably tell Greshy to Phelan to pack up and come in here where it's more comfortable. Don't know why they didn't set that up in the first place.
Because it only lasts 8 hours, and we were going to be asleep for about 10.
Oh, fair. It only
But
lasts
also-
for 8 hours? I thought it lasted until you tear it down.
Thought it was 8 hours. Could be wrong about that. Regardless, Greshy was also zonked. He was just going to go to sleep.
Okay.
Oh, Phelan, he doesn't need anything fancy.
how long does the yurt last? 10 minutes.
Could be wrong about that.
Yeah, it just lasts until you pack it up again.
Well, that's good. There's a number of the other ones that are a bit more limited, but that's actually quite nice. It's just use once a day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, it's not like the
You had
spells.
me worried there for a second.
No, we've been using it this way the whole time.
I think I was thinking the spell. That's what did.
Yeah, like Cozy Cottage or whatever it's called, I think, only lasts 8 hours. But alright. Sure, you wake up Greshy, who groggily, I presume, gets into the yurt. Or-
Sure. If I'm been awakened, I might as well.
Or Phelan will just kind of drag you in if you're not fully awake.
Get there.
Okay. Cool. In that case, let me roll a perception check. For Asher. All right.
I see.
Okay, Asher. And oops, I seem to have opened something. All right. And I'll do an encounter. Okay. Asher, your hours of watch go by without a hitch. It's very quiet down here. You don't hear any sounds coming from the hallways, just the flickering of the torches in the room. You do notice that it's been quite a while that you've been down here, and the torches haven't seemed to burn out or anything like that, so you're kind of assuming that they must be ever-burning torches, or something similar. They're just still constantly flickering. All of them are ensconced in little metal sconces on the wall. Pretty high up, too. They're all kind of at the roof level, or like the top of the... they're like 15 feet up, basically. Yeah. That's what you notice during your awake period. So that's a couple hours. And I guess Asher could just be up the rest of the time, so 2, 3, 4. Okay. So assuming Asher is just on patrol that whole time, sitting on the throne.
Whoops. It seems I've tumbled off. Sometimes I fall off. I get back up.
Okay. So yeah, 8 more hours pass, and eventually the others stir themselves awake. You hear some rustling inside the tent as Phelan and Greshy make their way out, as does Rock and eventually Gunn.
Just tumble right on out.
Ooh. I think Greshy decided not to walk today. Just rolled out.
Working on it.
Okay.
Getting up still.
Watch that first step.
Bit of a doozy there.
Hey, you step out and the hole is right there in front of you, the pit.
Yeah, I did not want that going on.
All right.
Well, I'm just gonna step back from that. Where's
You're all still covered in blood, by the way.
Morgie ever come back? That's fine.
I'm okay with it.
Look, this is just gonna add to the coloring, make it look brown over time. It'll fade.
How expensive red dye is?
Well, again, it'll fade
Probably
into a brown
bit.
given some time as well. So don't get too attached to it.
I mean, most of my clothing is it? Well, I guess it's green. Christmas.
Green and brown. We go for very earth tone colors. It makes sense.
Yeah.
We're out in the wilds a lot.
But in any case, yeah, you all awaken and are out. Greshy asked a question of the group.
Oh, did Morgie ever come back?
No, not that I saw.
Yes,
okay, should we go look for him?
He did come back last night.
Oh.
But he'll be back again.
Oh, that kind of bad.
This morning.
I want to make sure he's alive and such, because he
I
said
asked
he'd
him
be
to
fine. But
return in the morning, which is probably soon. So we probably have some time to clean up. The yurt includes water, and we also have the unlimited water. So maybe I'll clean up using the decanter somewhat.
Okay.
be my guest.
Do you have soap?
I do. In fact, have soap.
Why do people carry soap? It's not necessary.
I don't have
Had it since level 1.
That's right. That way you can wash people's mouths out when they say bad words.
Greshy just dry shave?
Actually, he does.
Ooh.
He keeps his blade very sharp. He does actually.
Greshy
has
has a
actually keep his
lot of
blade very
nicks on his
But yes,
face.
there's also that. He's worn and weathered and scarred, and it's not a pretty
man.
sight. But
I thought those were battle scars.
he's got a darker coloration generally, but it's also just him being out in the elements and the weathering on his skin is just terrible. It's like leather.
All right. Well, Gunn takes some time
wash up inside the yurt before we.
Yeah, use some soap and water to wash himself up.
Somebody's cleaning up.
You wash off your armor a bit as well, just to get some blood off the outer layers of the lacquer. And yeah, you guys have time to do. Are people doing spell prep now, or do you want to wait until after Morgiv gets back?
I mean, don't know what we're doing today exactly, so it's a little hard for me to prep beyond. I know I'm going to be doing some restoration on you two, since you still seem to be a bit wan, as it were.
Shouldn't Asher be recovered?
No. So neither of you actually recover any of this drained condition.
Ooh.
Because this is a specific kind of drain. I believe I already explained to Greshy how this works.
Mm-hmm.
It's nasty drain.
I can do... There's some things I can do to help get you back to normal. I have some spells that will help as well.
Are there blood transfusions?
That's the one. That's the thing I'm thinking. But plan currently is to get Asher feeling better, help Gunn feel a little better, and then have Asher help Gunn feel best. And then everybody be good.
Okay.
If I give a blood transfusion, do I get drained again? Or is it like...
You cannot give a blood transfusion while you were drained.
But if I'm
it's more,
not
would you
drained,
become-
would it make me drained?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
Does not retrain you.
I should get a
Correct.
cookie.
Or if it did, it'd be
My
only
sugar
temporary.
intake.
Yeah,
I
it'd be
don't
like...
have cookies, but I can cast great food.
Sure, I would
have
say it
bland-
gives you... It would give you drained one for like an hour or two.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is lots better than permanent drain forever.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, recovering
prepping.
from vampire blood drain requires actually getting a blood transfusion.
Wow.
or magic.
Or magic, yeah.
Have my strange blood in your body soon. Ooh, what's in it?
I mean,
Hopefully just blood.
for most people, I would assume just blood, but
then it's Asher, so now we have
then
questions.
again,
I know, I've turned into a lot of things. It's a whole fruit juice cocktail in there.
Okay. So you guys just chill for while you wait for Morgiv to show up.
Right. Well, Greshy's preparing, so he's doing some meditations in his regular daily routine. And
Okay, so he's doing a spell
that's
prep
part of
then.
his routine as well.
Okay. In that case, let me just roll a roll. I'll just do 1d2. Alright. So, another hour passes. Greshy, you managed to finish all your spell prep. If anybody else is doing their spell prep, that would happen now as well.
Prep and
If
give myself
you-
dark vision again.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can recast Dark Vision if you got it. I guess remove the 14 years remaining. Why is that? Whatever.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting that I have 14 years of dark vision. I don't know what happens at year 14, but something's good.
I'm sure it's fine. What's the worst?
I just go blind completely.
Especially if you have the slot to spare today, we could
Oh, to recharge your
refill
sword
recharge
again?
the sword again.
Thanks for letting me know now before we got too far. Let me adjust a bit, but I can do that, sure. Another shocking grasp.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I
Will
mean,
do.
it's working pretty well for us, I think.
It seems to be doing pretty good, so I'm not going to say no. As long as it does good. So shocking grasp, cast. I'll count that as cast this level then. Or this prep. We'll cast Long Strider again. at second level. And then as we finish getting everything prepared, I'll start doing my preparations to cast Restoration. Is this an hour-long cast, or how long is this? Oh, it's only a minute. Good. So I can start preparing to try and restore some of their vitality using natural energies rather than just tossing blood around. But we'll do some of that too. That'll be fun.
So, all right. So everybody's prepared their spells and has their spell lists.
I'm almost done, but that's I know that one's going to be cast. So 2 restorations at 4th level.
And restoration just count as a minute.
It does cast a minute. I'll just do press the button. There we are.
Okay. So you do your spell preparations, cast a few spells on yourselves. It's like Long Strider, some Dark Vision, and then you get ready to cast Restoration. Oh, you're casting status as well? All right.
I know where everyone... At 4th level, I know where everyone's at.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, that's probably a good time for that.
Well, just in case things happen around us, but...
yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
I'll do Restoration.
So, okay. You cast status, and you've cast it before. You actually, you probably had it cast yesterday, didn't you?
I did, in fact.
Okay.
May not have been paying close attention yesterday, but...
Sure, yeah, you probably weren't. But today, when you cast it, you notice, like, you feel something weird. There's, like, this kind of... As you try to attune to the senses that allow you to, like, see where other people are, you just try to, like, test it out real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And normally you get kind of like a rough, kind of blurry outline of where they are, even if they're like behind a wall or something. You get wall hacks, basically. But the image is like really grainy and staticky. Something is definitely like messing with this spell. And like you look at Asher and you're like thinking, you're like trying to... You just like do a quick test for where he is. You know he's currently about 10 feet away from you, but the spell is registering like 5 to 30 feet. Like it's like fluctuating.
Oh, jeez. Oh, that's going to cause a headache. Is that... But I can see Asher, when I'm not using that sense, I can see Asher, and Asher's still static, as far as I can tell. It's not like Asher's physically moving about, it's just the sensing location seems to be jumping a bit.
Yeah, you can tell that something is wrong with the spell, not wrong with Asher.
Oh,
I think we're too far underground. My GPS isn't working right.
Is that happening for everyone, including the pets?
Does it make everyone aware? Or just...
No, I mean, does Greshy
sense that? Yes, Greshy sensed that. Yes, everybody he's targeted with it, which I guess is the party of the pets. Yeah, it's happening with everyone. You're still getting back roughly correct information. It's just a little bit off, and like seems to vary slightly.
But as far as that goes as well, though, I did notice Asher casting a spell on himself earlier. He usually does that in the morning. I should be able to know what that is, since that's a condition affecting him. Can I get that information still, or is that coming through staticky and uncertain as well?
While he's standing pretty close to you. Yeah, you can tell what it is. You can tell it is dark vision.
Okay, so am I noticing any difficulties in terms of reading this close, or does it just seem like it's fine connection?
It seems like it's fine. If you like walk to the back of the room, it feels like it's a little bit hazy. So you're not sure exactly how far this will fully function. But something about it seems
finally
weird.
Get to a point where I can start using this regular, and doesn't even work right.
What could do something like that?
Something that
discount
misses.
spell.
I would imagine something that messes with, well, either something that messes with our plane here in terms of distance. If you're bouncing around constantly, it might be having a difficult time getting a proper read, or if it's different planes.
Are we on some kind of a plane boundary? Or
where did that thing come from anyway?
Thing?
The squid with the arms and such, the Deca thing.
Who knows?
I think it came from space.
Well, that's what you said. Maybe it came from some other plane. Maybe there is some sort of thing that's screwing with my senses here.
Spatial anomaly.
That's unsettling. We should
What
probably.
do we know about space?
I was going to say, we're going to
Meteors
space
come
next,
from
Jason.
there.
Is that next? Turns
Maybe.
Turns out that giant mountain with the face is actually a rocket ship.
It goes into space. Oh boy.
I won't say that doesn't happen in any Pathfinder APs.
That sounds suspicious. Spoiled
What's
the
really
ending, oh no.
in space if you think about it? Asher asks. Probably more of those decapods.
That's not sure.
But for your purposes, status is functioning well enough. You have to take that like extra second to kind of parse the information.
It's
but
just
it
funky around
is
here.
working. You can just tell that something is kind of messing with it a little bit.
Well,
like you think
I
it's
can also tell
reliable
that
enough,
still,
but it's something weird is happening.
I can tell Asher's feeling pretty drained, but I can tell Gunn's feeling a bit worse. So I'm going to start with him, and we'll take a minute and start trying to restore him and channel some natural healing magic.
Like
Okay.
you're driving between two cities, and there's two radio stations that share the same.
Oh,
frequency.
exactly.
Yes.
You're just getting feet from both of them.
Yeah. You know that the Spanish station is probably not the one that applies, so you're able to tune into the local news.
That AM difficulty there.
Okay. Sorry, so you're targeting Gunn.
I'm going to start with Gunn,
first.
and we're going to try and reduce his drain condition by 2.
Okay.
Oh, by 2.
It should.
2. This is
Reduce condition.
What level creature is that? This is all that. Okay. I know the DC.
I don't think
does that
this is
have
a counteract. I don't believe
maybe
so.
it's not.
I think it just reduces condition by 2, or I can reduce multiply by 1.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I think.
Yeah, you're right. It's not a counteract. Sorry, I was thinking counteract. Cool. Yeah, you're.
It should
able
work.
to-
I'm just, Greshy hasn't done this before. Not
Yeah.
this
So
exactly.
you focus on the spell. You take a minute to cast it, and you're trying to like restore blood to his veins. And as you're kind of just making like water bending motions over his body. To kind of like recirculate the blood around, and it feels weird, Gunn. Like you can feel the blood coursing like up and down your veins. It feels like every vein in
It's
your
not a
body
full
is like.
moon.
or is it?
For all nerds, we understood that reference.
Yeah, you can feel the blood moving in your veins more than you normally can, and it's like a little bit uncomfortable, but color is starting to return to Gunn's face. So yeah, you reduce your drain condition by 2.
Oh, that's a good start.
That is my
Right.
phone.
And
Probably on.
then we'll come over here and we'll do the same for Asher. A little bit of more restoration for him. Hopefully bring him down to nothing. In fact, he should be healed up.
Okay. Yeah, you cast that as well on Asher and reduces drain to 0.
Oh,
Oops.
and I also
And you lost
taken my
Ah.
Whoops.
Time times.
Sorry, I was doing it at the same time. I can let you guys do it.
I'm so
Multiples.
excited to click it.
All right, well, let me just guess that again.
Yeah.
Well, now that Asher's feeling all better, Gunn, you're doing pretty good. Up to you. I have a procedure that I can try to borrow some of Asher's blood to help you feel better, Gunn. Are you okay taking his blood, and are you okay giving blood?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's give some of my cool cocktail blood to Gunn.
Great. Sounds like fun. I've never done this before. Let's do it.
Ooh! What do I
I'm
just cut
going to
my
break out
arm?
my marvelous
okay.
medicines, as I have fancy medicines now to work with, and we will see what we can do into making some sort of makeshift blood donation situation. Maybe I can even whip up some cookies. We'll see. Probably not. I don't know what comes in this thing. Oh, but I do. There are some treats in the knapsack if you want a tart of some sort. Feel free to help yourself.
Now I won't feel lightheaded.
Oh, was there some way to make everybody rest? I feel like I had... there was a GM
I know there's a
to do
button
that.
someplace I can do that.
But yeah, you guys should have gotten your healing.
Hey, I rest for the night.
Okay.
Yeah, I rested up to my HP before the drain was removed.
Ah, of course. Right. That makes sense.
I did that.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a medicine check then, Greshy.
All right, medicine's going to be over here. So that is medicine with, should have +2 item bonus from this. We'll see if it actually is working.
Oh, I guess make sure to reset your spell slots. It looks like hitting the rested button refreshes them all.
It did.
Okay.
It did. So I'm set there. And that is a 43 total. I'm going to assume that's correct, that's got the modifiers all counted in.
That looks correct. So that is a critical success. So you're able to very quickly and easily use your wonderful medicine kit to set up a blood transfusion situation between Asher and Greshy. Asher and Gunn.
And Gunn goes through Greshy, use the blood, and then into Gunn.
Yes.
Yeah, you fully sanitize both of them perfectly. You get the transfusion done in about 10 minutes time. And
feist.
Woo!
That's pretty quick.
A lot of blood.
And yeah, after
just got an archery and it was just going.
After about 10 more minutes, Gunn, you're feeling better. The drain goes down by 1. And Asher, you're drained 1 for about 30 minutes. But you don't need to add that to your sheet. It's probably not going to matter.
That really worked.
Good. I was hoping it would. I assume human blood is basically the same as other human blood, so I just figured we take the good blood and we put it in the person who needs more blood.
It's while you still have the needles in your... or like while the blood is still transferring between you, that Morgiv shows up.
Lovely.
He's
With a bunch
carrying... He's carrying in his hands, like he's got both of his hands full with like some kind of like brown bag with like gilded embossing, I guess, around the edges. It's clearly some kind of like backpack, but he's like carrying it like it's a baby. And he stops as he enters the room and
sorry, I didn't. Am I interrupting something?
Interruption's not the word for it, as long as you don't come touch anything.
Weird human activity.
To say the least.
Okay. Well, I came back as...
What's up? What you got?
We got you this.
he says as he like places he hands the bag to Gunn.
Oh, that's Very
slowly. We don't want the needle to come out.
We were taking a look at the other temples that the Hidden Beast's minions had captured, and we gathered some things that we thought maybe you all might like, as thanks for helping us and for helping them.
I'll start to open it up with one hand.
How do
The other
I?
is still hooked up.
Trying to see how I actually share this with you guys.
That's very kind of you.
Configure permissions. All players. Maybe. Does this work?
Oh, more gives back. Oh, look at that! You can double click and open it.
Oh.
Yeah, you can double click the
Well, I
bag
can
and
double
open
click
it.
and open it. I don't know.
Should be a bunch of stuff in there.
It's a gold embroidered bag with
Claw-shaped ring.
Clinical
Oh.
diagrams
block.
of fatal wounds.
and grievous ones.
and grievous wounds.
Rolls.
Those might be formula,
Purple
perhaps for
water.
runes.
You can tell that the scrolls are like spell scrolls, not.
Oh, they're
rune
spell scrolls. Well, still. Still.
Yeah,
This certainly could become quite handy.
Oh, well, good. He seemed to be very, very nervous. Like he was looking at you all expectantly. As he just gave you a gift, and he was hoping that you would all like it. He has no idea if you like this kind of stuff. And he seems to be like elated, relieved that you seem to like the bag and its contents. That's good. Thank you. Wonderful. We were talking amongst ourselves, the others and I, and we want to help you as much as possible. I know that we're not powerful like you guys, but we know this city like the we know it very well, and we can take you wherever you want. And here, and he kind of hands you a furled up piece of parchment from his pocket, and you unfurl it, and it is a very crudely drawn map. This is a map of the city. I was hoping it would help you if you're going to be here for a while. Just let me know if you need any escorting or information about the city. We have a big network, and we can keep an eye out for danger for you. We can lead you to places that you want to go, but whatever you want, we spared, or will spare no expense in helping out our wonderful saviors.
That sounds wonderful. That could help us quite a bit. Our mission involves entering the heart of the city, finding the location where this the Rune Lord is attempting to resurrect. He may have been responsible for sending the hidden beast here, or his followers.
We have that ring, don't we?
Ring?
Did we not show off the ring?
You do have a ring. Let me...
I thought Gunn
Where's
actually
my
found
ring?
it, but I might have been mistaken. Maybe I did. I think Gunn did.
Oh, the ring from the hidden beast.
I was
Yes.
confirming that, yes, it seemed pretty clear that they were at least connected somehow.
Yes, Gunn does in fact have the ring.
Yeah.
We should take a look at that as well while we're going through, I suppose, the rest of these things.
Mm-hmm.
This is a nice bag. Out of curiosity, the items in this bag, are they is this a magical bag of sorts, or is it just...
Here, I'm going to put the Sahedron ring in here, too. Oh, wait, you guys have a party stash as well. I'm going to move the Sahedron ring to the party stash.
There is a staff in the bag, so it seems like it would, if he handed it to me, it would seem to be
that's true.
magical of some way, yes.
That's quite nice. That's a very large bag, then.
Oh, sorry, what was the question? If the bag itself was magical?
Is the bag magical?
Yeah, you can, as you're like pulling stuff out of it, you can tell that the stuff in there would not normally fit.
We're doing the magic tricks sort of thing.
Yeah, it's clearly some kind of bag of holding. Or something.
Everybody have a bag? Who doesn't have a bag at this point?
I don't
Asher?
think I had a bag of holding.
Well?
Mine exploded.
Please, we'll try not to explode this one. I was about to ask you not to, but it really wasn't your fault. We just got too close to that wand thing.
Yeah. I couldn't have known. Well,
we probably could have stayed further back. That might have been smart on our parts.
Not
but...
near it. But
or maybe disabled it or something. Who knows?
But where were we? We need to identify this stuff. We need to ask more Give about where we're going. We need to figure out a path. Not only what they know about what's happening in the city, but if we can find a way to bypass the Lamia, the giants, the Yetis, and so on. At least one dragon.
All right. Well, there's 13 items. If you want to spend about 15 minutes going through and seeing what you can pick out of what's worthwhile and what's not, I'll talk with Morgiv and try to be nice.
All right. Sounds good.
Asher, can you help me with that?
I will help you be nice. Every time you say something mean, I'll be like, what Greshy actually means.
Perfect. Just, I need an interpreter.
Yeah, I'll interpret your lovely words.
Maybe that's what we should do. Is I'll just speak in common, you speak in Thessalonian. That way, you're always interpreting in a proper
that'll be so
manner.
much better. He'll never know you're being rude, and I'll just be like, "This is what Greshy said." As you start to swear, I'll be like, "He says thank you very much for your time."
He's very, very emphatic about how appreciative he is of all of the things you've done here.
He's very excited now,
right,
so we're going to leave.
Okay. Cool. So I guess we'll start with some IDification. Are you?
Yeah.
All right.
Because you have quick recognize, so you can do that in a minute.
Identify.
Okay. Go ahead and give me identification check for the staff. We'll start with that.
Shit, whoops! I've hit the wrong thing. I've moved to the. I can move myself to see. Okay.
Everything's fine. Nothing's broken.
I'm back. Just teleported briefly. This is not my first time that's happened.
All very conveniently set up right beside the pit. 40 on the staff. Okay. You are pretty sure that this is a... Oh, I say I can do that.
I can...
A greater staff of providence. It is a spell staff that has a bunch of random divination spells and stuff on it. I think greater has status, spell immunity, remove curse, wanderer's guide, safe passage, status, see invisibility, create food, augury, bless, and create water. And gives you a bonus to survival checks to sense direction or subsist, and to religion checks to recall knowledge.
Maybe I should think about attuning a staff.
You might as well, aye. In fact, that one seems a great one for you.
Yeah, several of those could be used outside of combat. Okay, the bag itself has its capacity visible right now. Do you want a separate check for that?
Oh, sure.
We don't
Yeah,
know what kind of
that's
bag.
true. Yeah, you don't know what
It doesn't
kind of
have
bag
to be a bag
it
of holding. We've already found a bag of containment. It could be cursed.
is. Am I able?
Everything
Hold on,
inside
before
turns to
you-
carrots.
More give.
Before you roll it, what can I do this? Aha. Oh wait, that roll only to me? Oh no. Okay, so yeah, you should be able to click on whatever skill check you want to make in chat,
Okay. What the heck
and
is
hopefully
this?
that will roll.
Okay.
We're all excited finding out how this thing works at this
Well,
point.
I had another thing I was going to try too, on that same note. Let's see what that does. Do you
I see. It
have-
rolled it privately to me. That's cool. You got a success by 0.
Well,
So I mean, I can reveal it, but you got a 31, which is exactly what you needed. That is a bag of holding type
purposely rolled that
4.
privately too to see if it would.
Ah, did you? Oh, I see. Okay, you had the choice. Cool. But yes, that was.
Well, I shift clicked it.
Oh, I see. Cool. Neat. I'm learning.
And picked private in case you wanted to talk like.
That's true.
not
Yes. All right.
reveal
Next
the
time.
Success level.
Yes, we should continue doing those secret then, and I won't reveal it. I just got excited by saying.
All right.
But yes, you did
Cool.
succeed.
It's a cool system. There's nothing here.
You've seen some bags
I
of
can do
holding
that.
before. You can tell that this is just a very advanced one. This is a bag of holding type 4.
I can do that just by making the check separately from. I can just. Oh, so there's one for the ring. Let's say that.
Oh, you're going for the ring? Okay.
Oh.
Let's see.
That one made it actually. It didn't make it privately, even though I thought I did.
No, it's above Jason's thing. Just scroll up a bit.
Oh, yeah.
I see at least.
It's private.
Maybe it,
Yeah.
It's yeah. The one
That's
above
correct.
that is the religion check that was private.
Yes, I made that one unprivate, and then this one is private. But okay. The ring you believe to be a ring of climbing. This basically gives you a climb speed equal to your half your land speed
Oh,
while
is
you're
that the ring
attuned
from
to
the
it.
bag
That is the ring from the bag. Yes.
or the ring?
Oh,
Okay.
I see. Yeah, sorry, I
That
went for
was-
the ring from the bag. I forgot that you have the other ring.
All right. Then here we go with this one for the scroll.
The scroll, which one? The first one?
Yep. So
Oh, I see. The
one that
one
you
with medical
posted.
diagrams of
The-
fatal wounds.
yes.
That one you believe to be a scroll, a very high level scroll of heal. Level 10 heal scroll.
Dang. That could be useful.
All right.
How do I fix that? There we go. Fuck
let me
that.
see
Okay,
here.
there we go. Yes, that is. It seems to be a level 10 scroll of heal.
Alright,
Do you
I'll
want the
just
next
do
one?
that. Sure.
The medical diagrams of grievous wounds.
Huh.
That number. All right. That is. Do you believe that one to be a scroll of raised dead? A level 6 scroll of raised dead. Next one is the scroll with some complex arcane formulae printed on it. All right, that one you're pretty sure is a scroll of teleport. I believe you've seen one of these before. The next one is the one with scrolling cloud patterns. you are absolutely certain that this is a level 1 Scroll of Airburst. An uncommon spell, I think. Pretty sure it's uncommon.
It is uncommon.
Never heard of this before.
Mhm.
How does this work?
Greshy has it on his personal staff, but hasn't gotten a chance to use it yet.
What does it do?
It's kind of fun. It's just, pushing things and sometimes dealing damage. Kind of do a burst out from yourself. That's actually what the sort of thing that Greshy would do for clearing that area.
Did the bag just...
Yeah,
Yeah, I clicked. That's my bad.
Well,
Yeah,
at least the bag's feeling better. That's what's important.
Oh, was that using the scroll of heal? I see.
Yeah, I was clicking to read them,
Oh.
and then I clicked this button, and it went. Oop,
Oops.
so.
All right.
Did it just vanish?
No, it's still there. It didn't disappear.
No, it should still be there. Okay. Yes. Viscous purple liquid.
Okay.
That one, you're not sure what that is. You don't know.
All right, set that one
And
aside.
no alchemists.
Next one is this guy, the translucent gold bubbling liquid. Hey, you are absolutely certain that this is a potion of expeditious retreat.
Oh, a couple of them.
Bottle of pee.
Yes, there's actually 3 of them in there. The next one is a crafting check to identify. It's a silver mirror.
Despite... Oh, Expeditious Retreat actually gives the fleeing
It
condition
does. It does.
Wow.
That's because previous editions it was absolutely not for retreat.
Yes, now
That's
it
'cause
is
they were
actually for
lies.
retreating.
Aye.
Okay.
Oh, I think the actual spell does the actual spell Expeditious Retreat give you fleeing? I don't know if it does.
Good question. I don't recall.
The potion does.
Is it even a spell? It doesn't-
Oh, there is no spell anymore.
Oh, it may not be a spell anymore.
yeah.
That's right.
Okay. I guess it's not a spell anymore. That's kind of fun. But yeah. Crafting check to identify this one, the silver mirror. It doesn't appear to be magical in any way.
I guess I'll leave that for Will.
All right.
Okay.
Who wants to check on it? If
Sure.
it's not magical, I'm
Yeah, similar thing for the
Satisfied.
silver and gold box. And then the last item set is the 3 of these guys. There's 3 little wood blocks. They're kind of rectangular wooden blocks. They're they're only about like a half-inch thick each. They all have the word repel written on them in Pastelonian. With that roll, you haven't really seen these before, but they are, you believe, to be rebound fulu, a type of magical talisman that you can attach to a shield. In this specific case, these guys, you can trigger them when you can trigger a rebound fulu on a shield block reaction to force the opponent to take the damage, or take damage equal to the shield's hardness, or the damage they would have dealt before the shield block reaction, whichever is less.
okay. And then one more for the ring we got from the hidden beast itself.
From the ring. Yeah, let me double check what that one is.
Now that one is different. When I make a roll through the skill and I set it to private GM roll, it actually shows me the result, even though it's not showing everyone.
That's correct.
But when I chose Jason's one, I can't see the result.
That's because it's a secret roll rather than a GM roll. A GM roll is just you and the GM talking person to person, whereas a secret roll is just the GM gets to see it.
I see. Is there no way to manually do secret rolls? Oh, blind roll. If you have the option for blind roll, I think that is the GM sees it only. So blind and secret are effectively the same thing.
I can. I'm happy to try that again if you want.
Sure. Why not?
To keep that.
We'll delete that roll, and you can try it again with here. I can.
Yeah, there's a blind. Okay, so yes, that came and it says secret.
Okay. This one, it seems to have very similar magical pattern to the Sahedron medallions, but a bit stronger. It seems like it's effectively a major Sahedron medallion. So a +3 item bonus to saving throws instead of a +2. But otherwise it seems the same.
Could be useful.
Yeah.
My one's built into my armor.
Same here. Is Asher wearing the amulet still?
Asher still has an amulet, I think.
It.
Would you like to swap out?
Sure. I'll swap out. I'll get a +3. I'll have the creepy ring.
You could wear it as a necklace, I suppose. I don't imagine you have to wear it on a finger.
Like Frodo.
It looks like you do have to wear it on a finger.
I lied. You have to wear it on your finger, otherwise the magic doesn't work.
That's still probably better than an amulet, because in the worst case, you can cut off the finger.
But it's awful gaudy.
Sorry, I'm fixing something so that you could actually take it.
I mean, I've at least got gloves on. You can't see what I'm wearing underneath them
I
necessarily.
have gloves on.
Yeah, then I suppose
I'll
nobody
hide
will
it
see.
under the gloves.
That's
No
what I
one
do.
will know.
Exactly.
Hide that ring.
I will fix this. There we go.
You'd hate for sneaky fingers to steal it anyway, wouldn't you?
Ooh, sneaky finger.
That's part of why you hide these things.
That's true. That's why I just don't have anything.
Um,
Backpack has like nothing.
There we go.
Well, now I can have a lot in it.
You can have a lot of nothing, it's true.
Ooh.
So much nothing in there.
Okay. I believe that is fixed, but yeah, you can take if you wish to take the Sahedron ring out, you could take it out. And its bonus should apply on, like, even if you do have the armor rune, the ring, whichever one's stronger, would take effect.
Neat. Very neat.
Okay.
Well, that's sorted.
That's
for
your identifications.
Asher might also like the ring of climbing. If he,
Yeah, I can clamber up things.
yeah. Or Greshy might.
I mean, I have no expectation I'll be climbing much, but yeah. Nah, if Asher wants it, he can have it. I don't think I'd use it.
I missed all these bad omens while I was looking at other things.
I just added some of those in, helping out.
2, 3, and a 4. All right. Okay. Well, while that's going on, Morgive has unfurled the map of Zin Shalast before you. And
Oh my.
so this is much more detailed because this is the actual map. But yeah, welcome to Zin Shalast. You came in from he points to the southern side of the city as the entrance. But let's see, is this actually, there we go. He drags his finger across from the south part of the map all the way up to about the midpoint, and points there.
I wonder where we're going.
You're all we're currently around here, but well, welcome to Zin Shalast, he says.
If you scroll up a little ways further, I think we can tell where we're going. Probably.
Maybe. I think we'll go into a little bit more detail about what you see on the map next week.
Yep.
So stay tuned, everybody. No, why do I say not? Don't stay tuned. Go the fuck away. Go home.
No,
be a family.
Maybe they're
a family person.
Sit here for a week.
Sit here for a full week.
Episode after episode, one right after another.
Never turn off this channel. Leave it on.
That's true.
Background.
Just
That's
go
true.
right
Just
on to the
listen to
next
me.
episode.
Constantly.
All right. Anyway, in any case, have a good whatever time it is for you right now. Hugs and kisses. Bye. See you next time. Farewell.